This is a hospital. This was Talbot's, yep.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
I didn't mean...
Get some coins. Must be where the... Yep, many bold. So that must be where the shield is stored. Right. It's a lower city. Let's just finish the upper city first and then come back. Gonna red priest. Craftsman Row. Someone had mentioned Craftsman Row before, but I can't remember why.
If I just stay... Oi, you! You're new here, aren't you? I don't think I've seen you around before.
Why is something wrong?
Ah, no, sorry. It's just that we don't see many new faces around here. Just us and the locals and... Well, if you haven't noticed yet, they're not the friendliest bunch.
They are friendly enough to me.
Do they? Then maybe we're all just sick of looking at each other. I'm sure they're not all bad. This must all be quite hard for them. But it's not like I want to be here either. I've got a pregnant wife waiting for me at home, and they won't even let me buy a book for her.
A book.
Yeah, about birthing and labour and whatnot. It's going to be our first, you see, so my wife's worried sick. I wanted to send it to her to ease her mind, you know? But that Dalrita wench chased me out of her bookshop and won't let me back in.
A Darita owns a bookshop here.
I know, right? And here I thought I'd seen everything. I was sure they didn't even know how to read.
Why did you say that?
Vrell seems to hate my guts.
Why were you chased out?
Ugh, because she hates Camelotians. Why else? I mean, I know the folks ain't exactly happy about us being here, but Vrell? She's Dalrita. They're taught to hate us from birth. That's all there is to it.
I'm sure there's more to it. You want to buy the book for you, probably.
Well, could you? I'd be really grateful. Just don't tell her it's for me. She won't sell it to you otherwise. Please, I'll pay you back. I'll even throw in something extra. Please, for my wife.
All right.
Oh.
Have some spare food.
There's nothing at all.
Everything all right?
Look around you. We're not here. It's just greedy. There is sad and vain. Nothing.
What are you talking about?
I've seen his curse. I've seen it haunt a kingdom now. An apparition. I saw it. Sagramor.
Yvain, are you talking about the present Lord?
Present. Always on Cuanacht, as is Yvain.
Oh, here's some money.
True.
Here's some money. Right. Alwyn.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Osmond. Out of the gap, then home, this tavern is closed to prevent the spread of the Red Death. Oh, that's the lady that we met at the beginning there.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Yeah, huh? On the 14th day of the month, they dragged people from our possessions. Now,
What are you talking about?
back then I was there when the priest cracked that. No more. No, I gave up Brianna. Yes. Thank you.
Why was it that we had to gave him 5 gold less than everyone else?
Oh, hello there.
Alwyn.
Hello there. Looking for solid, affordable gear? You've come to the right place. Ah, but where are my manners? I'm Alwyn. And you, my dear stranger, look like you are in dire need of a resupply.
You seem very chipper.
Well, the men here doesn't seem to be on the verge of dying anymore, and with the Camelosians around, business is booming. The longer they stick around with nothing to spend their coin on but our stalls, the better for us. It's a bit of a shame I'll have to delay visiting my brother at the Horns of the South, but he'll understand. He always says he can't leave his stall for even a single day.
I think I know who his brother is. Guy in the village. Sheds new light on the events, literally.
Elixirs, powders, ointments, got something for wounds, poisons, something to keep you on your feet through the night and help you survive the cold. And all of it made by my own hands, with science. No tricks, no vile spells.
Vile spells.
Yes, all magic is a scam.
Well.
An illusion that pretends to give you something but always takes more in return. My elixirs work because they're based on knowledge and experience, not some fickle power from another world. Anyway, go ahead and read my anti-magic manifesto. I've laid it all out, why the magical plague must be wiped from Avalon.
Anti-magic manifesto. Druid's Bane. This is really good as a Mage Slayer. Increases mana shield by 50%. Fully inhibits your mana regeneration. How can you use the mana shield? Where's your fucking manifesto then? Starborn Egg.
Always a pleasure to see. Welcome! I haven't seen you around before, but since you decided to visit, I can tell that you have excellent taste. One day, a friend of mine asked me if her new dress looked good, and I told her, you have excellent taste. She was tickled pink and said, oh, do you really think so? And I said, absolutely. After all, you came to me for advice. Now, let's get down to business. My name is Osmond. If you're in need of a bow or some arrows, I'm here to explain everything and offer you some advice.
You offered advice, why should I listen to you?
No. Good advice is always handy, especially when it comes from someone experienced. And believe me, when it comes to archery, I'm not just an expert. I'm beyond that. In fact, I'd be surprised if you found anyone on Avalon who knows more about it than I do.
And what makes you the greatest expert?
Well, find me someone else who's been doing this for over 40 years. Every aspect of it. Back in '84, I was chosen to represent Cuanacht in the team archery tournament. And I wasn't even a lick over 18 back then. During one round, we were shooting at targets 100 meters away. The target was the size of a small apple and the wind was blowing from the left. So, I took aim and wham! Right in the middle. Even the captain of the Camelot team jumped up and asked, have you got any more like this one? Maybe the boy would rather shoot for us.
If you're that good, then why haven't I heard of you before?
If you were older, you surely would have heard of me. I could have been the first of Avalon's archers. They almost knighted me. But as it happened, I joined the watch, got married, and... well, that was that. Hey, if only I'd had the common sense back then that I have now.
What can you tell me about Cuanacht?
About Cuanacht? What do you want to know?
Tell me about the relocation to Camelot.
There's not much to say they told us the men here's gone out, and now they want to move us along with it, but the way they're handling it, they've been here for weeks. If I were in charge of the Camelot troops, we'd have been done in 3 days.
Guy's already pissing me off. Tell me about Lord Yvain.
He's a good man, but that woman of his, oh, mother preserve me. She once set herself on fire along with half the mansion. Yvain nearly lost his life trying to save her. Honestly, I'd have just let her burn. She wants to go up in smoke, be my guest. It's a shame about the mansion, though.
Can you tell me about yourself?
I was born here, and I've been shooting a bow ever since I was a wee lad. Even as a nipper, I had better aim than boys 5 years older than me. Around 81 or 82, I remember being allowed to practice with the adults, even though I was only 14 or so. One time, our master, we called him Uncle, gathered us in a meadow. He said, "Lads, we're gonna have a contest. Whoever shoots the farthest gets a honeyed apple and a beer from me." They were shooting and shooting, but I just took one glance, aimed, and whoosh. My arrow flew half again as far as their farthest shot. 300 meters easily. So they turned to me and went, "Come on, Osmond, we can't compete with you. You always win." Osmond, you always win. That's what they said.
Don't believe this guy a single word. Uh-huh.
I could have joined Camelot's army, but leaving was tough, especially since the girls here love to watch me shoot. They'd squeal with delight every time. And in Camelot, during a war, who knows what might have happened, so I decided to stay in Cuanacht and join the Watch.
Huh?
In the Watch, I taught others to shoot. Some of them loved those lessons so much they kept practicing even after sunset. So I'd ask them, "What are you doing here? You can't even see the target." And they'd reply, "Oh, but the lessons with you are just too short, and we're really excited about archery."
Huh?
I usually came out on top, earning a decent amount of money. But somehow it all just vanished over time. Then I quit the Watch and began trading in top quality bows and arrows. That's all there is to know about me. Oh, and I have an adult daughter, but I'm not sure if she's still around. She left Cuanacht and we lost touch.
Do you have any interesting gossip?
Gossip is for women and innkeepers. You should see more. She's a good one. About 3 years ago, I helped her fix her roof because her husband had died. Osmond, you fixed that roof better than
I really hate him. Do you know of any work going around here?
As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I've written a letter to Lord Yvain, a few suggestions on how, in my view, he ought to handle this whole business with Camelot.
You did, didn't you?
Figured he could use a bit of advice from someone with strategic sense, a head for negotiation, and a touch of military experience. Would you take it to him? You've got younger legs, and I'd rather not leave my stall unattended. I'll give you a few coins for your trouble.
All right.
Brilliant. Here you go. Just don't lose it. I've only got...
Oh, hello there.
I mean, it's actually not necessarily bad advice. The smell.
You're not here to talk about the men here, are you? Oh, please say no. I've had my fill of that topic for a lifetime. Oh, there are far more exciting things to chat about. Like treasure hunting, for instance. You got a look about you. I bet you've been to some dangerous places, haven't you? I'm Bonxie, by the way. I'm an adventurer myself. I have a few trinkets to sell from my last expedition. Want to take a look?
How's business going?
Slowly but surely. In Cuanacht, fewer people than I expected are looking for artifacts, potion ingredients, or adventuring gear, so I'm counting on travelers. Like you. You must be interested in unique enchanted items, right? Oh, of course you are. I've got something, well, peculiar. But it comes with a fascinating story. It's a piece of armor I found on one of my expeditions. A beautiful knightly breastplate with just one tiny flaw. It screams in pain when it's struck.
It's a horrible flaw.
It's kind of funny, but I'm afraid not many people have the sense of humor to wear it. I'll let it go for a mere 200 coins.
Drop to 50 and I buy 150 and I buy it.
All right, deal. I just want to get rid of this gear and hit the road. Oh, one more thing. This armor came with a letter. I found both in the ancestral tomb of the Gévaudan family. Oh, I'm a little jealous, to be honest. This sounds like the beginning of an exciting adventure. I chased the trail myself, but first, I need to sell off my finds so I can travel light. With a full coin purse, of course.
He bound his soul to the weapon, to the armor. It's fucking horrible. Screaming armor.
Good to see.
An adventure, huh? What kind of adventures are we talking about?
Oh, all different kinds. Like the ones where you crawl through damp caves or cold tombs, dodge traps, and hope whatever's growling in the dark isn't hungry.
Sounds like what I spend most of my time doing.
Really? Oh, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
You seem a bit young for this life.
Oh, maybe I am. But I managed just fine. And I wouldn't trade this life for anything else. If I had to stay in one place, I'd die of boredom.
Old tombs, so you rob graves.
Oh, I just take old, forgotten trinkets. They're no use for the dead anyway. It's not robbery if nobody's around to miss them. Think of it as giving treasures a second chance to shine.
And what about, let's just talk about the men here.
Oh, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just passing through. From what I understand, Camelot wants to move it to their place along with the inhabitants, but they prefer to stay. They want to live in one place their whole lives. Can you imagine that?
What was your latest
Trip
adventure?
to the caves by the bay in the south. The bandits set up a camp there, so I decided to go after their loot. After all, stealing from a thief isn't a crime, right? They were drunk, so I thought I could sneak in and grab the treasure without any trouble. But I guess I underestimated them. They caught on and started chasing me. 4 or 5 of them, I think. I made it to the exit, and then there was a giant ogre on the beach. I barely managed to slip past it, and the bandits backed off.
Quite the stroke of luck.
You bet. Well, crazy stories like that keep happening to me all the time. I usually barely manage to escape with my life. And I owe all my luck to my magical hairpin. I picked it up from a delightful wandering merchant who goes by the name Malachi.
Oh my god, not this guy.
The hairpin was blessed by the Lady of the Lake herself.
He's a fraud.
Really? But he seems so nice. So that means my hairpin isn't magical. Well, my mum always said that if you believe in something strongly enough, it will surely come true. My hairpin is magical, and I'm sticking to that.
I mean, if that helps you. Raise your athletics proficiency by 20. That's not bad. 1 skill point permanently.
This is my shield, but there's no part of my soul inside. We need to look somewhere else. But I can feel the missing part. Close. Maybe it's the men here. Maybe it needs something from us.
The shield? way, can I rest here? Oh, I can.
I am an outcast, exiled from my home by the Red Death. My struggle continues on the holy island of Avalon. When you hear the word, follow it. Set an example for other outcasts, with your faith and with your testimony. The word is our only chance to rid ourselves of the plague's taint. And if the word commands you to kill your brothers for spreading heresy, do so, for such is his way. If the word commands you to besmirch your father's name, do so and discard your sullied self, for such is your way.
Sounds like a shitty way. Alright, let's have a look here. So we have... Critical hits restore 25 mana. Oh, I'm actually wearing some of my... Need perception for this. There's a crit chance on this one is quite good. I lose spell power percentage and a few mana points, I guess. But a lot of crit damage and crit chance. But I need 8 perception for this. Okay, so I can definitely... Then the fledgling one is for crit. I think I can sell the battle mage because I'm at the moment changing the battle mage for... I wanted endurance for this one. For the Haunt Warden. Oh, Screaming Armor. I have a feeling there's something with that. I can sell this one too. Bookstore.
Oh, forgive the mess. I didn't really have much choice about where to set up my things. Normally I'd be in a tavern, but... well, it looks like the tavern is closed until further notice. That means Vrell's bookshop is only place where I can read and work in peace.
Who are you?
Oh, of course, my apologies. I'm Imram. My thoughts tend to drift far from the present. I'm a scholar of sorts, though not the kind that hides behind walls of parchment. My calling is to seek out traces of what was lost, ruins, relics, anything older than old. And yes, I'm a Pict. Not many of us wander these lands, I know. Staying in one place isn't exactly in my nature, so I travel. I learn. I dig through the bones of the world, hoping to find something more ancient than mankind.
What are you working on right now?
If you're asking out of politeness, let's just leave it at this. I thank you for your interest, but I won't give an answer. Trust me. I could talk the hind leg off a donkey. No need to waste time on such things.
I'm really curious.
Wow! Thanks to Vrell's generosity, I managed to get my hands on a certain book. Well, once a book. Now it's just a pile of loose pages. However, these are some truly fascinating loose pages. They're the writings of a Dalariata scribe from nearly 6 centuries ago. Incredible, right? But what's even more astonishing is the content. This man describes encounters with people who knew nothing of King Arthur or the homelands. Nothing at all. Do you understand what that suggests?
That Avalon has been home to other people before they came along.
Ah, I'll tell you. It's so exciting. I suspect Avalon may have already been inhabited by a race similar to us, long before our arrival. I've traveled across much of the island, and I've come across some mentions of the people of Farpoint, a place far in the northernmost reaches of Avalon. Few have ever ventured there.
And what would those people of Farpoint be doing in the south?
Perhaps the weirdness started to gather and ruin their crops, or made hunting more dangerous. Or maybe it was some sort of conflict that forced them to seek a new place on the island. Or perhaps they simply had a nomadic spirit. It's hard to say with the scraps of information I've managed to gather so far.
What about the weirdness enshrouding the entire island?
And so, my friend, here we are, staring down the question, or rather the flood of questions that wouldn't leave me alone. Many Picts I've known have prolonged contact with the weirdness. I thought it was just them, a bunch of lunatics, who first dared to embrace that strange force. And what if it was the first men who knew how to live alongside the weirdness? And think about it. If we could uncover how they did it, the possibilities would be endless. It could change everything.
It could, actually. So what are you planning to do?
For now, I'm trying to pull together more valuable information from these writings. But honestly, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. I won't uncover anything new just sitting here. And unfortunately, I'm stuck here for the time being. I got injured on my way to Cuanacht, and I'm not quite back to my full strength yet.
What about your injury?
Oh, don't worry about that, really. It's more of a, let's call it an occupational hazard rather than an actual ailment. I have to give myself some time and everything will settle back into place. I'll be as fit as a fiddle, or whatever it is you say here. Yes, something like that.
Where do you want to go?
The Grotto of First Men. That tribal scribe detailed where it should be located. And I'm assuming you're asking for a reason, aren't you? I'd love to go there myself. So, if you're one of those bold souls who take such ventures, I'd be more than willing to entrust this task to you.
I am.
Truly excellent. I'm deeply obliged, my friend. Here are the notes. They should guide you to the location. Return swiftly and, more importantly, safely. I'll eagerly be awaiting your return.
You mentioned you were looking for lost places. Is there anyone like that around here?
I once heard a legend of a mysterious chapel that appears only to those it chooses. Many adventurers have gone to seek it, but I've never heard of anyone returning to tell the tale. Some say it holds a sacred spring that cures all ailments. Others say it is a passage to the very bottom of the sea, the domain of the Lord of the Seas himself. But I've never found any proof of either claim.
You know anything about the situation in Cuanacht?
The place seems to attract trouble. Not a good place, then. I'd run out of breath listing all the things that plague this place. And I haven't even been here that long. Of all the misfortunes these poor people are facing, I'd wager the men here is the gravest of them. The Red Death, troubling as it is, seems manageable, at least with the intervention of the priests. But the weirdness, shoot. If the men here goes out, these people will face a far greater peril than any sickness or human form of conflict.
What can you tell me about Vrell?
I heard she was a Dalariata who runs a bookshop in Cuanacht. I was a bit apprehensive about meeting her. I thought I'd find someone overly rattled and stripped of her own cultural heritage. But Vrell, she's different. And I admire her work that she even bothers to do it. Sometimes, it feels like people have lost all interest in discovery, whether it's the kind found in verses or the kind waiting out there in the wide world. Safe.